was me. You moved through storms no eye had seen. They tried to bend you with the pain, but you walked through and still remain. Blood on your hands, dirt in your chest. Each step I vow you won't suppress. They thought the hurt would force you down, but still you stood and claimed the crown. You didn't bow, not then, not now. And so the road began to bow. You bled, but you did not fall. You walked through fire, stood through it all. No break, no cry, no fading true. The road that broke now bent to you. With every cut, you kept your stance. Turned broken ground into advance. The world saw pain, but missed the view. You bled, but you did not bow, and the road bowed to you. They carved their doubts into your skin, but couldn't reach the soul within. The path grew sharp, the winds blew loud, yet you pressed forward, fierce and proud. You didn't bow, not then, not now. And so the road began to bow. You bled, but you did not fall. You walked through fire, stood through it all. No break, no cry, no fading true. The road that broke now bent to you. With every cut, you kept your stance. Turned broken ground into advance. The world saw pain, but missed the view. You bled, but you did not bow, and the road bowed to you. Now others walk where you stood still. Their steps made strong by your own will. You change the shape of how we rise by standing tall beneath the sky. You bled, but you did not fall. You bled, but you did not fall. You walked through fire, stood through it all. No break, no cry, no fading true. The road that broke now bent through you. With every cut, you kept your stance. Turned broken ground into advance. The world saw pain, but missed the view. You bled, but you did not bow, and the road bowed to you.
The nights were torn, but still you rose with hands worn. You saw the time they tried to break into a flight you chose to raise.
They left you hours without light, moments shattered in the fight. But thread by thread you made them mean, a symbol stitched from things unseen.
You didn't hide your scars and shame. You made them part of what you claim.
You stitch your broken hours tight, turn pain to cloth and dark to light. With every tear, a thread of will. With every but you wove it in a proof of stand, a Bannerborne by your own hand.
You didn't hide your scars and shame. You made them part of what you claim.
You stitch your broken hours tied, turn pain to cloth and art to light. With every tear, a thread of will. With every crack, your purpose filled.
You carry time that didn't heal and made it march beneath your steel. No moment lost, no wounded, no, you stitch your broken hours
and carry them forward.
But tremble each breath a blur. They thought you'd break, you thought so too, but still you walk the fire through.
Ash in your lungs, fear in your chest. You kept on moving with no rest.
And though you shook with every stride, a spark was growing deep inside. You feared the flame, but still you came and walked out carrying the sun.
Fire shaking, but never let your soul start breaking. The heat was real, the pain was loud, but still you rose and you were proud.
Now in your hands, a torch you claim,
born from the dark,
now lit with flame.
You walked through fire,
broke the chain,
then came out of it,
carrying the flame.
Carrying the flame. Carrying the flame.
They watched you stagger, heard your cries, but never saw the fire rise. You turned the burn into your fuel and forged the strength that none could rule. You feared the flame, but still you came and walked out carrying the same. You walked through the fire shaking, but never let your soul start breaking. The heat was real, the pain was loud, but still you rose and you were proud. Now in your hands, a torch you claim,
Born from the dark,
now lit with flame.
you walked through fire,
Broke the chain,
and came out of it.
carrying the flame.
The flame now burns for those behind, a light for all who've yet to find their path through fire, fear and fight. You carried it into the night.
You walked through the fire shaking, but never let your soul start breaking. The heat was real, the pain was loud, but still you rose and you were proud. Now in your hands,
from the dark.
Now lit with flame.
You walked through fire,
Broke the chain.
and came out of.
Carry the flame.
They told you down, will weigh you down, that you'd collapse before the crown. But stone by stone, breath after breath, you carried what you had left. You packed your fears into your pack and marched the storm that pushed you back. The higher up, the less you saw, but you still climbed through every flaw. You didn't drop what made you wake. You brought it with you for the break.
You drag your doubts up the mountains, where no one's promises could keep. With every stumble, every crack, you still pressed on, you never cracked.
And at the top, with under it, you raised your flag and bowed your head, then buried out and let it be. Beneath the place you proved you're free. Oh,
You weren't light, you weren't fast, but every second built to last. The ghost you carried up so long, now rest beneath your victory song.
you didn't drop what made you wait. You brought it with you for the break.
You dragged your doubts up the mountains deep, where no one's promises could keep. With every stumble, every crack, you still pressed on, you never cracked.
And at the top, with under it, you raised your flag and bowed your head, then buried out and let it be. Beneath the place you proved you're free. Now others walk the route you burned. Your climb became the tide that turned. The peak you earned will light the way for all who doubt and rise someday.
You dragged your doubts up the mountain steep, where no one's promises could keep. With every stumble, every crack, you still pressed on, you never cracked.
And at the top, with under red, you raised your flag and bowed your head, then buried out and let it be. Beneath the place you proved you're free.
The sky fell hard again and again, but you stood up through fire and wind. Each fall lit brighter than the last. You rose a flare that fear can mask. 1,000 nights try to drown your spark, but you kept striking in the dark, refusing silence, shunning shame. Your light kept screaming out your name. Every time you hit the ground, you lit the sky without a sound.
You face 1,000 collapsing nights and rose each time with fiercer light. A signal flaring, storm and fear, refusing ever to disappear.
You made the dark your battle cry and sent your fire to the sky. No one could take your spark away. You blaze the night like it's your way.
the cold, the void, the endless ways. Still couldn't bend your chosen fate. You taught the stars your name in flame and burn your will into the rain.
Every time you hit the ground, you lit the sky without a sound.
You faced 1,000 collapsing nights and rose each time with fiercer light. A signal flaring, storm and fear, refusing never to disappear.
You made the dark your battle cry and sent your fire to the sky. No one could take your spark away. You blaze through night like it's your way. They said you fade, they watched you fall, but never saw you rise through all. Now every failure feeds your flight. You are the flame that scars the
And rose each time with fiercer light. A signal flaring, storm and fear, refusing never to disappear.
You made the dark your battle cry and sent your fire to the sky. No one could take your spark away. You blaze through night like it's your way. The storm came loud to tear you down, with skies like claws and skies that frown. But you stood tall where most would flee and made its rage your melody. It screamed to break the will you owned, but thunder couldn't shake your throne. You stayed when lightning split the night. Your silence turned the dark to light. You didn't beg, you didn't bend. You made the storm your oldest friend.
You stood inside the storm's own roar until it sang your battle score. Each strike a verse, each howl a drum. Still you refused to ever run.
The sky could shatter, skies could fall, but you remained and faced it all. You made the chaos sing along. You made the storm your battle song.
No shelter, no retreat in sight. Still you stay grounded through the fight. You found your rhythm in its rain and danced through all its fierce refrain.
You didn't beg, you didn't bend. You made the storm your oldest friend. You stood inside the storm's own roar until it sang your battle score. Each strike a verse, each howl a drum. Still you refused to ever run. The sky could shatter, skies could fall, but you remained and faced it all. You made the chaos sing along. You made the storm your battle song.
you break, they called you gone, but they forgot what you stand on. The storm just started, you fight or rise, you stared it down with fearless eyes.
You stood inside the storm zone, roar until it sang your battle score. Each strike a verse, each howl a drum. Still you refused to ever run. The sky could shatter, skies could fall, but you remained and faced it all. You made the chaos sing along. You made the storm your battle song.
Through ground that gave no grace, where every crack became a chase, but still you pressed with steady fire and turned the breaks into a choir. The earth split open at your feet, still you found rhythm in the beat of every quake and every scar. You made collapse your guiding star. What broke beneath became your drum, the anthem of the one who'd run. You kept running on broken ground till every fault began to sound. Not as a threat, but as your song. The cracks now carried you along. Your steps rewrote what could not hold and turned the shattered into bold. You carved a rhythm from the break and made the trembling earth awake.
Watch for you to trip or fade, but you danced past what fear had made. Each fracture found your fire's pace and shaped your path in fierce embrace. What broke beneath became your drum, the anthem of the one who'd run.
You kept running on broken ground till every fall began to sound. Not as a threat, but as your song. The cracks now carried you along. Your steps rewrote what could not hold and turned the shattered into bold. You carved a rhythm from the break and made the trembling earth awake. Tried to undo your stride, but found you stronger from inside. Each step you took, each line you crossed, became the beat that silenced fear. You kept running on broken ground till every fall began to sound. Not as a threat, but as your song. The cracks now carried you along. Your steps rewrote what could not hold and turned earth away.
The ground once held your heavy fall, but now it knows your rise is all. You knelt through storms and stood through shame, until the earth now chants your name. Every time you dropped in pain, you planted strength that grew again. Your knees bowed, your spine the fire, and each return climbed higher and higher. So many falls, so many tries. The dirt now sings when you arrive. You rose from your knees so many times. The ground itself began to chime with thunder made from your rebound. It lifts you up without a sound. No voice but yours, no help, no cue. Still every inch you fought was true. You made the silence shout your name. You made defeat forget its claim. They thought you'd break, they watched you bow, but never saw the after now, where a broken turn to iron grace, and every rise rewrote this place. So many falls, so many tries. The dirt now sings when you arrive. You rose from your knees so many times. The ground itself began to chime with thunder made from your rebound. It lifts you up without a sound. No voice but yours, no help, no cue. Still every inch you fought was true. You made the silence shout your name. You made defeat forget its claim. Your scars are roots, your fight the flame. The ground you walk will not remain. It bends to cheer the steps you take. For you made mountains from the breaks. You rose from your knees so many times. The ground itself began to chime with thunder made from your rebound. It lifts you up without a sound. No voice but pain once tore through skin and bone, but now it shines a shield you've grown. Each mark a story carved in flame. You march ahead with none to shame. You'd fall where night has spread, but you wore your wounds as proof instead. The dark had names, but you stood tall. With every scar you claimed it all. You didn't run, you made the dark retreat. Each step of battle, every heartbeat beat, 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 beat. You forged your scars in armor bright, until you own the night. The fear that screamed from every side now fades with nowhere left to hide. Through fire, doubt, and echoes call. You made the dark feel small. No shadows now, just light you bring. You turn the war into your wings. Not forged by ease, but tested flame. Each blow you took, you gave a name. Now all the weight that held you low is weapon, shield, and forward glow. You didn't run, you made the dark retreat. Each step of battle, every heartbeat. You forged your scars into armor bright, and marched until you own the night. The fear that screamed from every side now fades with nowhere left to hide. Through fire, doubt, and echoes call. You made the dark feel small. No shadows now, just light you bring. You turn the war into your wings. They thought the pain would chain your way, but you wore it out and made it pay. And now the silence knows your name, the one who marched and claimed the flame. You forged your scars in armor bright, and marched until you own the night. The fear that screamed from every side now fades with nowhere left to hide. Through fire, doubt, and echoes cold. You made the dark feel small. No shadows now, just light you bring. You turn the war into your wing, 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 wing. Shards of night scattered on the ground. I gathered each piece without a sound, weaving them into threads of gold, building a path where dreams unfold. In the quiet after every break, I learned what strength of fragments make. Where others saw a shattered soul, I saw a bridge to make me whole. Feel the heartbeat of hopes reborn, step by step toward the dawn.
You gathered every broken piece of yourself, made a way, built a bridge to the dawn with courage in the fray. Across the chasm of fear you walk, no backward glance. With fire in your veins, you took the chance.
Every cracked echo became a beat in your stride. You move like lightning, no shadow to hide. Now the light rises where you once fell. You crossed into the dawn, your story to tell. Through the whispers of doubts that remain, you stitch your heart like healing rain. With every step, the bridge grew strong, singing the pulse of your triumphant song. Hear the rhythm of dreams reborn, step by step toward the dawn.
You gathered every broken piece of yourself, made a way, built a bridge to the dawn with courage in the fray. Across the chasm of fear you walk, no backward glance. With fire in your veins, you took the chance.
Every cracked echo became a beat in your stride. You move like lightning, no shadow to hide. Now the light rises where you once fell. You crossed into the dawn, your story to tell. In the glow of morning's first light, your past and future finally unite. The bridge behind, the horizon ahead. You breathe the dawn's promise instead.
You gathered every broken piece of yourself, made a way, built a bridge to the dawn with courage in the fray. Across the chasm of fear you walk, no backward glance. With fire in your veins, you took the chance.
Every crack